7805, the 78 series, we'll call it, of voltage regulators works is the first pin going left to right. This would be the input, the middle pin would be the ground, and the red pin is the output. So you have a small capacitor that you can solder directly on here if you're doing it like in a pill container, which I've done a lot. And then the larger capacitor, the electrolytic one, that capacitor will solder onto the output. So you put the negative side of that cap, because it's polarized, that larger one is, on the middle ground, and then the other hot side, you bend it in and it solders over to the output. I've done that here just so it can mount a little better without those caps hanging and worrying about shorting on the aluminum. So anyway, thank you for joining me for this. I know that with the arrival of devices like this, it makes the idea of building your own kind of ridiculous. If you could just get like this from the dollar store, or look on eBay and get one, eBay China for 99 cents, and then slap one of you know, cut however you're going to get your 12 in. So it makes the idea of making a box kind of redundant. But what I like about this is having the switch is kind of nice. I mean, you could just as soon pop this out, like I said, half cock it, and that would shut your power off. And then with how you would connect this is the USB has 4 wires. This USB cable only has 2, red and black, and they're, sure enough, they're correct. This is hot, and that's the ground. A normal USB cable will have the data cables as well, and that'll be a green and a white. And you just cut those off. We're not going to worry about those. We're only interested in power today. So you could just assume cut a USB cable and then solder it into whatever type of cable is going into your device power DC jack, and you're done. So this is just, people are curious about what I do, and if anyone is looking to do this on their own, hopefully this would be helpful. As far as the safety concerns, we want to use large enough gauge wire, especially coming in. We want to fuse it coming in from the hard 12, you know, if that's what you're working with. And then we want to make sure that the first thing we do is find out the current draw of our device that we want to power, because anything over 1.5 volts, 1.5 amps, these aren't going to work for. These put out 1.5 amps, and that's it. Now they have some ones that you can that produce more amperage. You just have to do your research and find out what they are. I've been using these because I haven't need to power any single device that was over 1.5 amps. Now I'm at that limit. I'm powering stuff that's 1.5 amps. So I'm going to have to do a little research. But if you're coming at me with math or safety concerns, I don't care about that stuff. I slap stuff together. If it gets light, it's got light. We're done. It's time for bed. And typically that method of thinking has got me through many years of hardware hacking and adapting stuff to my own personal use without really any notable failures, flaws, or explosions. So it's great that you err on the side of caution. I could kind of care less. Now, in the terms of playing around with a camcorder or some higher end device, I'm going to be really careful. I'm going to triple check my work. So it's not just like I'm in here drinking and, you know, smoking wiki sticks and, you know, blindfold, putting the tail on the thermistor. But crack myself up. I try. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be taking a camera over to a Catholic church. A guy named Kevin Matthews is going to be speaking. He was a DJ in Chicago. He's a really funny guy. So hopefully I'm going to have that entire performance for you uploaded. So look for Kevin Matthews. He's got an uplifting story he's going to be sharing at this church. I'm going to go there and tape it. And then we should have, hopefully, it's a huge mess with this camera thing. The other one that I got was bad. And I'm still figuring out what I got to do. So, and that's the other one, not the first one that was bad. We got 2 bad ones now. So I'm going to cut you guys loose. Thank you very much. And good luck. Like I said, about all of the information that I know about this, I gave you here. So if you're going to come at me with all kinds of math and like, what about the ohms or something, like, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I often sell myself short in these videos, and I do know a little bit more than I put myself off to. But having people come at me with like all angry questions and accusing me of doing it wrong, I could care less. If you don't like it, you know how to buy lithium-ion power packs and do it yourself. You know, I'm not telling you this is what you should do or this is good. This is how I do it, okay? And the proof of the pudding is in my channel, because there's a lot of content there that use this method of doing it. Anyway, thanks and peace.